What is up guys, Prestige here, and in this video we're going to go over the top 5 must-have items in your inventory in DayZ, and by the end of this video you will have the information you need to make you a god tier survivalist. Not too long ago I reached out and asked you guys what the most important items to have on you is, and using those results I've compiled this list.
I have to hurry, I have to go my chambers to get my sacks.
And this is just my opinion, but I'm going to give you a reason for each of these items and why you should have these with you and how they'll stop you from dying to the elements in DayZ.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Now starting at number 5, we have a melee weapon. And now with a large list of them to choose from, we're going to go with the one that I think is the most versatile from the selection, the sledgehammer. Now early game this is an absolute beast of a tool, later game you may find yourself dropping it for something else, but it is something that I like to carry on me even late game. It smacks the crap out of both infected and players, keeping you alive on the coast for a bit longer, but it is also used to gather stones and for building flags. It can fit in clothing and can be concealed for surprise attacks on those who are not prepared. Now for number 4 we have the Mark II Amphibia Pistol, and right off the bat before you say what do you mean? What? Go with me on this. It's a tier 1 item making it super easy to find. The ammo is more common than cannibals and cami, and it stacks the ammo in piles of 50. The gun is quiet due to its built-in suppressor, making it perfect for hiding on top of a HESCO barrier and clearing a melee zone before you get that juicy loot. And if you're defending yourself at times, it can be used to protect you against unfriendly players, making it a must-have item on this list. And now just quickly before we get into number 3, I just want to say that I do have a giveaway coming up very soon, so stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss out on this. This is one of 2 of these that ever exist, and I'll be giving one away. So now that we're coming into the halfway mark at number 3, we have multivitamins. Now they're not as OP as they once were, but they are still incredibly useful. They keep your character at the equivalent of all white stats, preventing you from getting sick even when you're blue temperature. They cure many illnesses, and they also allow you to eat or drink with bloody hands. They also allow you to eat raw food and guts without getting sick, meaning if you're in a situation where you need to eat or drink without time to prepare a fire or anything like that, these will get you out of trouble. Making it to the midpoint on this list is a must-have item. Now for hitting number 2, I was a bit indecisive on whether to have Tetra or the disinfectants. I ended up going with the disinfectants, more so iodine or alcoholic tincture, as they only take up a 1x2 slot, so the same size as a bandage. And here's why it's number 2. If you get hit and bleed, you need to stop that ASAP before you bleed out. And if you don't have bandages and need to turn pants into rags, you want to prevent wound infection. So you disinfect them rags beforehand, and that will keep you alive. And as they say, prevention is better than cure. And coming in clutch to take the number 1 spot, the absolute must-have item is a knife. Now there is nothing more versatile in this game than a knife. It can be used for prepping food, opening cans, skinning animals and players, gathering sticks for fires, shelters, protecting you, and so much more. With a knife it doesn't matter if you're early game or end game. And for 1 second we're going to go back to number 5, the sledgehammer, which gets you stones, and that gets you knives. With a knife, food is never an issue, as you can skin animals and players for bones that you can then turn into more knives or into hooks. You can then get worms from the ground using a knife, turn clothes into rags using a knife, and then turn them into rope. That makes you a fishing rod with a long stick. Then you can gut and prepare the fish with a knife, make a fireplace with a knife. A knife is honestly your one-stop shop for surviving in DayZ, an absolute must-have item in your inventory. Now comment below what your go-to item is. I'm Prestige, and I'll see you in the next one.